Don't you just hate it when you sign up for a travel credit card and use it to travel the world, but then you're hit with an extra 2.5% foreign transaction fee when you're spending abroad? If you're getting a travel credit card, it should reward you for spending while traveling rather than punish you with an extra fee for spending outside of your country's borders. Welcome to Prince of Travel, with the leading platform empowering every global citizen to go further better. And in today's video, we'll share with you the 4 best no foreign transaction fee credit cards in Canada and what type of traveler is right for each one of these cards no matter where you're at in your miles and points journey, so that you too can travel the world without being dinged that extra 2.5%. Now, we're going to start with the entry-level no foreign transaction fee credit cards and work our way up to the top-level credit cards, starting with the best no-fee, no FX fee credit card out there, which is the Home Trust Preferred Visa. This card's main benefits and features can basically be summed up with no annual fees and no foreign transaction fees. So if you absolutely hate fees and hate to pay for a credit card that you're going to use for your purchases, then this may be the card for you. Now, you'll get a 1% cashback on this card for any purchases made in Canadian dollars, but if you're spending outside of the country, you're not going to get any rewards for that spending. But of course, you don't pay a foreign transaction fee either. So overall, this card is best for anybody who simply doesn't want to pay more than a cent than they need to on any particular purchase, including foreign transactions, although it's not really going to give you anything meaningful in return either. If you want to get the card, pop over to hometrust.ca, enter your information to get approved. It should be pretty straightforward since it's an entry-level product. Now let's move on to something more interesting. This card's going to be right for the entry-level points collector who's interested in avoiding foreign transaction fees when you're traveling the world. This is the Scotiabank Gold American Express card, and there's quite a few things to talk about. Now, in addition to no foreign transaction fees, the best thing about this card is that it lets you earn SEAM Plus points, which is one of the most flexible points currencies that you can earn in Canada. In fact, just for signing up, you'll get 40,000 SEAM Plus points, 20,000 points upon spending $1,000 in the first 3 months, and 20,000 points upon spending $7,500 in the first year. In addition, there's some extremely strong earning rates on this card, which are some of the most powerful on any credit card in Canada. You'll get up to 6 times the SEAM Plus points on groceries purchased at select grocery stores and 5 times the SEAM Plus points on other grocery stores, so that can all really add up. Now, one thing to keep in mind though is when you spend outside of Canada, you'll actually not be eligible for these earning rates because they're only valid for purchases made within Canada. So when you're abroad and you're spending on groceries, you'll just earn the flat 1 SEAM Plus point per dollar spent, but you'll have the luxury of not being charged a foreign transaction fee. Now, one more thing to point out about the Scotiabank Gold American Express is that the insurance on it is really strong. In fact, it's on par with some of the more premium cards out there, which have a much higher fee than the very reasonable $120 on this one. So overall, who's the Scotiabank Gold American Express best for? Well, it's going to be great for somebody who wants to travel and avoid foreign transaction fees while also benefiting from very strong earning rates on regular day-to-day purchases here in Canada. Also, if you're interested in earning SEAM Plus points, which are some of the most flexible around, they allow you to offset any travel purchase that you charge to the card, then this card's going to be really great for you as well. In fact, the current welcome bonus is really strong in the sense that the first half of the welcome bonus of 20,000 points, which is pretty easy to earn, only spending $1,000 as a minimum spend, that already more than offsets the $120 annual fee that you get charged for the card. So on the whole, if you're somebody who maybe takes a few trips a year and would benefit from saving that foreign transaction fee, but you spend a lot of time at home as well, shop a lot of groceries, you might be eligible for that 6 times the points earning, then the Scotiabank Gold American Express would be a great choice. Head over to our website via the link in the description below to apply for the card if you're interested. That helps to support the channel and the work we do here to share more and more of this information on how to travel better. And speaking of which, if you're somebody who's more of an expert traveler, if you're somebody who travels more often and you want to get a card that can save on your foreign transaction fees while elevating your travel experience, then stick around for this next card that we're going to talk about. Now, compared to the Scotia Gold Amex that we just talked about, this card is actually a Visa product, which means that you'll have better acceptance rates as you travel the world because Visa and MasterCard are generally a bit more accepted by various merchants around the world compared to American Express. So there's going to be more instances when you're traveling that you can shop with this card and actually benefit from the 0% foreign transaction fees. In addition, just like the previous card, this card also has a pretty strong welcome bonus, allowing you to participate in the very flexible SEAM Plus program. It's also got strong travel insurance, and on top of that, it gives you the added perk of airport lounge access as well. I'm of course talking about the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite card, and let's delve into why this card is so strong for frequent travelers. First of all, in addition to the no foreign transaction fees, there's of course the welcome bonus of 40,000 SEAM Plus points here, worth $400. That's definitely worth considering. You get 30,000 points upon spending $1,000 in the first 3 months and 10,000 more upon spending $40,000 in the first year. Now, that's a pretty big chunk of spending, so if you can't meet that, then just the first chunk of 30,000 points is already pretty powerful. Plus, when you apply before July 1st, 2024, you'll get the first year annual fee of $150 waived for the first year. Now, if you're watching this after July 1st, then the offer may have changed, so check out the link in the description below for the most recent offer before you go ahead and apply. Now, the real selling point of the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite card is the 6 complimentary visits to a Dragon Pass lounge that you get as part of being a cardholder over the course of your membership year. Now, these 6 lounge visits can be used in any combination. It could be used for yourself 6 times visiting an airport lounge, and that's that. Or it could be traveling as a couple going 3 times to the lounge, or perhaps a family of 4, maybe 3 of you get to go twice, or a family of 4 get to go, and the second time you have to purchase 2 extra lounge passes. You get what I mean. Complimentary airport lounge access, free food and drink to enjoy before your flight, a nicer space to relax compared to the gate. What's not to love? Now, Dragon Pass lounges are found at many airports across Canada: Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, Toronto Pearson, Toronto Billy Bishop, Ottawa, Montreal, and Quebec City. So if you live in any of these places, or your travels are going to take you internationally where there's more than likely a Dragon Pass lounge to be accessed as well, then the Scotia Passport card could be a very good pick if you want to also benefit from no foreign transaction fees. Now, the earning rates on this card is where it's a little bit weaker compared to the Scotia Gold American Express that we talked about previously, but they're still pretty competitive. You get 3 times the Scene Plus points at select grocery stores, 2 times the Scene Plus points on transit, groceries, dining, and entertainment, and 1 times the points on everything else. Overall, if you're a frequent traveler who can take advantage of the 6 lounge visits included on this card, plus you want to benefit from the wider acceptance of a Visa product than an American Express, and you want to try everything on this card for free for the first year, then definitely get it before July 1st, 2024. Check out the link in the description below to apply. So we've talked about a few credit cards that are really strong if you're somebody who travels often, spends abroad regularly, and wants to save on that 2.5% foreign transaction fee that just about every other card seems to charge. But what if instead of a traveler, you're more of a business owner who has lots of foreign expenses that you need to pay, and most business credit cards on the market likewise will levy a 2.5% fee just for charging a purchase in a foreign currency. That can really add up and eat into your bottom line as a small business owner. So is there a credit card out there that can save you those 2.5% fees on foreign business transactions? Now, the answer is yes, and you can probably guess which bank issues this card, because there's only one out of the big 5 banks that seems to take no foreign transaction fees as an even somewhat competitive feature. And the card I'm talking about is the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite Business Card. This card is quite similar to the personal version. You've got no foreign transaction fees, you've got 6 visits to an airport lounge every year, you've got the wide acceptance of a Visa card and the flexibility of Scene Plus points. Now, the key difference to the personal card is that the welcome bonus of 40,000 points requires a bit more spending up front. You'll get 30,000 points upon spending $5,000 in the first 3 months, and another 10,000 points upon spending $60,000 in the first year. So if your business spending can support those numbers, then this is a nice welcome bonus worth $400 that you can unlock. Plus, the earning rate is different as well. You'll get 1.5 Scene Plus points for every dollar you spend on any categories. This is pretty much equivalent to a 1.5% return on your spending, which overall is pretty competitive in the marketplace. Keep in mind that you can go with cards like the American Express Business Platinum card or the RBC Avion Visa Infinite Business, which give you 1.25 points per dollar spent, but these points issued by American Express and RBC respectively can be transferred to airline loyalty programs, which can give you a higher value than the 1.5% fixed return you get from the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite Business. The final difference is the annual fee is a bit higher at $199, and there's typically been no annual fee waiver promotion on this card, so if you want to get it, you'll have to stump up that fee. Overall, this card is a solid choice for business owners who have lots of foreign spending. Saving that 2.5% could be the difference maker between this and the other business cards by American Express or RBC, depending on how much you value the different points at play. And ultimately, if you don't have a business, you can still apply for this card. You just need to make sure you apply as a sole proprietorship. That's the term for when you do business in your own name, and that's how you can qualify for many of the business credit cards out there. If you'd like to see us do a full video on the process of getting business credit cards as a sole proprietor, drop a comment below to let us know, and we'll add it to the queue. Now, we've covered 4 of the best no foreign transaction fees out there, one suitable for each profile of potential applicants, one no fee card, one with excellent at-home earning rates but limited acceptance, one with better acceptance and elevated travel experiences but slightly weaker earning rates, and one that's more geared towards business owners with significant foreign spend. If ultimately you are going to sign up for one credit card based on this video, I'd recommend choosing between the Scotiabank Gold American Express and the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite, depending on how you weigh up the at-home earning rates versus the acceptance and the airport lounge passes. But even though these Scotiabank no foreign transaction fee credit cards are very strong in their own right, you'll want to make sure you're familiar with how to maximize the Scene Plus points that you earn on these cards in order to truly make sure you're getting the most out of these cards when you sign up. So make sure to watch this video next to brush up on that knowledge on how to redeem Scene Plus points and the other top points currencies in Canada, and I'll see you in that video.